Chosen one, something extra is coming your way. Listen, there are moments in life when the atmosphere shifts quietly, almost without notice. Yet in that stillness, the most powerful movements of God are activated. This is one of those moments. A divine addition is approaching you. Not just what you prayed for, not just what you hoped to receive, but something beyond expectation. Something extra is being prepared behind the scenes with your name already written on it. It's not random. It's not accidental. This is a direct decision from above. God saw what you gave, how much you endured, how often you kept walking without clarity, how you stayed faithful even when it felt like nothing was moving. And because of that, the heavens have chosen this specific moment to deliver more than what you were expecting. Before we move forward, take a deep breath and open your heart fully. This message is not for everyone. This is not for the average. This is for the chosen. This is for the one who has been pressing through in silence, walking in obedience without applause, and believing in the invisible while being surrounded by resistance. If that's you, stay right here. This is your time. Watch this video until the end. Let your spirit receive every word fully, and in the comments write your warmest wishes, your biggest desires, your kindest blessings, and write Amen along with the number 777. When you do that, you are not just commenting. You are energizing the universe with the frequency of your belief, your vision, your alignment. Let it be done. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There's a sound in the spirit. It's not loud. It's not thunderous. It's a soft sound, like the whisper of rain before it touches the ground, like the rumble of the earth before a seed breaks open. That's what's happening for you right now. Something is stirring. Something that doesn't look like a reward on the surface but holds a supernatural payload. This isn't the thing you expected to receive. It's the thing God chose to include as a divine extra, a bonus attached to your name, a spiritual addition that was never on your list, but always in His plan. God is not a minimalist when it comes to favor. When He decides to reward obedience, He never sends the bare minimum. He doesn't just settle your requests, He elevates them. He doesn't just bring the outcome you expected, He includes overflow. That overflow is the extra coming your way. It's the kind of increase that interrupts cycles. It's the kind of breakthrough that causes people to stare. It's the kind of provision that shifts generations. You didn't ask for this specific thing, but it's on its way. Not because you begged for it, but because your faith silently activated it. You may not even feel ready for what's coming. That's okay. Most of God's best blessings arrive when you're unaware they were en route. This is one of those moments. Something extra is coming, and you won't have to chase it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to manipulate anything to get it. You won't even need to explain why you received it, because it will be clear to everyone that it was divine. They'll look at your life and realize something heavenly happened. Something touched your atmosphere. Something entered your field and stayed. It will look like favor, but it will feel like justice. This is your moment to witness what God does with those who kept going, kept trusting, kept giving, kept forgiving, kept believing, even when everything looked like it was breaking. He's releasing extra into your life, not as a tip, not as a gesture, but as a divine recognition. Heaven is acknowledging your effort in secret. What you sacrificed in silence is being honored in public. The days you cried and wiped your own tears, the moments you prayed with no evidence of movement, the hours you gave to people who never thanked you, the seasons where you carried burdens no one could see. God saw it all. And now, something extra is being poured into your life. It won't just be money. It won't just be opportunity. It won't just be rest. It will be all of that, and more. God doesn't add in small portions. He adds in ways that leave you stunned. The kind of extra that shifts the energy in your home. The kind of extra that changes how your name is spoken in rooms you haven't even entered. This isn't just favor. It's favor wrapped in a reward, sealed in grace, and delivered in perfect timing. You've been positioned for it. You've been tested for it. And now, you're being chosen to carry it. Sometimes, what God is preparing for you can't be spoken about too early. It has to incubate in silence. That's why so much has been quiet lately. That's why certain doors didn't open. That's why specific people disappeared. The silence wasn't punishment. It was protection. God didn't want the extra to be tampered with by outside noise. He didn't want the conversation around your breakthrough to begin before the blessing was even visible. So he hid it. He secured it. He wrapped it in divine mystery. And now, he's ready to release it to you. Chosen one, get ready to be caught off guard, in the best way. Your life is about to be interrupted by grace. Something extra is arriving that will make sense of the confusion you've endured. This is not random. This is reward. You're being given what no one else can carry in a form that only you can manage. That's why the wait had to be long. That's why the pressure had to be intense. That's why the warfare had to increase. It was never about breaking you. It was about preparing you for what others would collapse under. Now, you're ready. Now the atmosphere is aligned. Now God is ready to surprise you. And when it comes, you'll know. It won't feel forced. It won't feel heavy. It will fit. It will rest on you. It will flow. This is how divine extras operate. They slip into your life quietly, but shake everything with significance. They seem subtle at first, but end up becoming the biggest shifts of your life. The extra that's coming is not just for your joy, it's for the fulfillment of something greater. It will bless you, yes, but it will also bless others through you. It's coming with purpose. It's arriving with intention. You didn't miss it. You're not too late. You're not forgotten. You're not invisible. You're right on time for this overflow. Even if your current reality looks like nothing is happening, understand this. Spiritual activity doesn't always reflect in the physical first. But something is definitely moving. You're being escorted into a new season. The invisible is about to manifest. And when it does, it will bring not only what you needed, but something extra. Chosen one, don't take lightly what's forming around you. You're not just walking into a regular moment, you're stepping into a divinely orchestrated shift. This isn't just another chapter in your life story. It's a divine annotation, a footnote from God himself saying, "Here, I'm adding more. Something extra is coming your way." And what's extraordinary about this moment is not just the what, but the why and how. God is not just responding to your needs. He's responding to your position. He's responding to your posture, your perseverance, your quiet loyalty to his unseen plans. And in return, he's granting you something more. Everything about this season is different. The signs may look subtle, but they are carrying weight. There's a shift in the way you feel about where you are. There's an inner stirring that something is about to be added to your journey. You're not imagining it. That restlessness, that sense of anticipation, that sudden alertness in your spirit, that's not anxiety, that's awareness. You're catching glimpses of the spiritual winds changing direction. And the direction they're moving in? It's toward you. This extra that's coming. It wasn't listed in your plans. You didn't know to ask for it. But God included it because he knows your real capacity. He knows what your future requires. He knows what your calling demands. He knows where you're headed and what you'll need in order to arrive there fully equipped. So he's sending it ahead of your need. It's not just about blessing you, it's about preparing you. That's why it feels like something is being arranged for you, and yet you can't describe it. That's why your spirit feels the pressure to stay still when your mind wants to rush. The extra is not coming from the outside. It's being deposited from the spiritual realm into your hands. Don't look for confirmation from others. Most people around you won't even see this coming. And they're not supposed to. This extra isn't for validation. It's for elevation. It's not going to show up in the form others expect. It might not be loud. It might not be flashy. But it will be life-changing. God doesn't need a crowd to confirm a miracle. He only needs alignment. And right now, your heart, your actions, your energy, they are all aligned with a new level. And this level comes with extras. You've reached a dimension in your journey where the blessings are no longer about basic provision. Now, they're about divine confirmation. This is a phase where what arrives in your life speaks loudly without a sound, where the evidence of God's hand becomes undeniable, where the extras that come don't just meet needs, they define you. They announce who you've been becoming in silence. They answer the hidden prayers you whispered through tears. They carry the fingerprints of every test you passed without applause. Think about this. Every delay you faced, every moment you felt forgotten, every detour that looked like a denial, none of that was wasted. It was all storage. It was all accumulation. God was stacking unseen credits to your name. And now, they are being released. Not just in the form of what you need, but in the form of what honors the process you endured. This is not compensation. This is celebration. Heaven is celebrating your unwavering posture, and the extra coming is the result of that celebration. And it won't just change your life. It will change how others perceive what obedience looks like. Your life will become proof that trusting God without seeing results for a long time is never in vain. You will walk into rooms not just as someone who received something, but as someone who carried a process to completion. That's what's being added to your life. The ability to carry weight, the grace to handle more, the capacity to influence, inspire, and transform not just your own reality, but the space around you. Even your surroundings are shifting to accommodate this extra. Relationships are aligning. Opportunities are being carved out. Spaces are being emptied and redefined. Conversations about you are being held in places you don't even know exist. And all of it is leading to a divine collision between who you've been and who you're becoming. This addition that's coming is not temporary. It's not a one-time breakthrough. It's a transition into a higher atmosphere where favor flows steadily and abundance becomes your normal. Chosen one, don't minimize what's happening. Don't downplay what you're sensing. You are being prepared for something that will break open dimensions of your life that were previously untouched. That's why things have felt intense. That's why your emotions have been unpredictable. That's why your dreams have been vivid, your thoughts unusually deep, your instincts sharper than usual. God is heightening your awareness so that when the extra lands, you'll recognize it instantly. And when it does, don't hesitate. Don't shrink. Don't question whether you deserve it. Step into it boldly. Receive it completely. Let the extra do what it was sent to do. Make room for more. Prepare you for elevation and shift your atmosphere permanently. You've been asking for alignment. Now, alignment is asking for you. The favor you prayed for is now looking for you. And when it finds you, it's coming with extras attached. This is not hype. This is a holy moment. And this moment comes with an imprint, a signature from God Himself that says, "This one is marked for more." That mark is on you. That signature is on your life. And what's coming next will reflect that truth in ways no one can deny. Chosen one, the atmosphere around you is no longer the same. Without any obvious warning, the spiritual climate has started to bend in your favor. What once felt delayed is now being rerouted to you with divine acceleration. Something extra is not just coming, it's already near. You are standing in a spiritual doorway, and the threshold is marked by overflow. What God has prepared for you cannot be stopped, delayed, or denied. It's been authorized. And not only is it on schedule, it's ahead of schedule, because the season has shifted to favor you. When you look back over the past months, or even the past years, you'll notice a trail of moments where you almost gave up. You came close to letting go. The disappointment was heavy. The silence was discouraging. You questioned your path more times than you've admitted. But somehow, something kept you going. That something was not a coincidence. That was God holding you steady because the extra that was coming required your endurance. The pressure didn't mean failure. It meant the weight of your reward was going to be greater than expected. You've been groomed in hidden places for visible outcomes. You've been trained in stillness, sculpted in delay, and refined in tension. And now, everything God has been building in you behind closed doors is about to be revealed through what He adds to your life. This isn't just a reward. It's a revelation of how real He is, a revelation of how closely He's been watching, a revelation of how tailor-made His gifts truly are. This is why you didn't fit into the average path. This is why your journey has been different. Your design required distinction. What's coming has been shaped around your identity, not your image. It's been customized for your divine calling, not your public persona. That's why the extra won't look like anyone else's blessing. It will look like it was made for you, because it was. That's what makes it special. That's what makes it undeniable. You couldn't have planned it. No one around you could have predicted it. Only God could have created it. It's bigger than you thought, but it's not too big for you to carry. That's why you were stretched. That's why your capacity had to grow. That's why you were pushed beyond your comfort zone. It was all part of the preparation. Now the fullness of what was once hidden is becoming visible. And it's not coming alone. It's coming with extras, with bonuses, with additions that speak louder than any explanation ever could. There are people who left your life before this moment. Don't mourn them. They were never meant to witness this part of your journey. They wouldn't have understood the magnitude of what you're about to carry. God removed them because this extra comes with responsibility, with visibility, with favor that would have exposed the wrong connections. What's coming next required a purified environment, a space that could hold glory without draining your strength. And so now, everything begins to make sense. The losses, the isolation, the redirections, the unanswered prayers. Every no you received was a setup for this divine yes. Every closed door was God's way of making sure that nothing polluted your next season. You are being handed not only an increase, but a clean platform for it to land on. This is the extra that arrives with divine precision. Your story is about to shift in real time. People will witness the hand of God on your life, not just because something good happens to you, but because something greater than you imagined shows up. The kind of breakthrough that doesn't make logical sense. The kind that moves quickly but feels peaceful. The kind that causes others to pause and reconsider what's possible. This isn't a glitch in your journey. This is the moment your life catches up to your purpose. Where divine timing overtakes your waiting season. Where the blessings you forgot you prayed for show up in rapid succession. Not just to excite you, but to establish you. To plant you where you belong. To place you in environments where your gifts won't be wasted. Where your value won't be questioned, where your presence will be protected. You may start to notice things falling into place quickly. Unexpected opportunities, unexplained peace, sudden clarity, open doors without effort. These aren't coincidences. They are confirmations. Each one is a signal that the extra has arrived. And when it lands, it will land completely. No half blessings, no incomplete miracles. Everything will arrive whole, matured, and dripping with divine timing. Chosen one, you're not going to have to fight for this. You've already done your fighting. This moment isn't about warfare, it's about fulfillment. This is the season where heaven delivers what you waited for, with more than you imagined attached to it. And when you receive it, it will fit perfectly. Not just into your hands, but into your spirit. It will feel right, because it is right. Sent from the very source that never missed a moment of your journey. Chosen one, the rhythm of your life is shifting into divine harmony. You may not fully grasp it yet, but heaven has already completed the blueprint. The stage is set. The preparation is over. What once felt like endless waiting is now turning into waves of arrival. And not just the arrival of what you thought you were working toward, but the arrival of things that only God could have written into your story. This is what makes it extra. This is what separates it from your plans. God's hand is in it, and His fingerprints are all over what's about to land in your life. You've been moving through seasons where you were forced to believe in more without seeing any signs. Days where you had to carry the weight of hope with no evidence. Nights where you convinced yourself to keep going when your heart was exhausted. But something was happening even then. In the invisible realm, heaven was making room for what would come later with power. Now that later has arrived, and it's not showing up empty-handed. It's showing up with interest. It's showing up with divine extras. You see, God doesn't just send breakthrough. He sends fullness, wholeness, completion. And you're entering a season where things will not feel half done anymore. Where blessings won't arrive fragmented. You will no longer have to carry the feeling that something is missing. That ache you once felt in your chest is being healed. That gap you once tried to fill with effort is being filled by divine grace. The pieces are clicking into place, and they're clicking fast. You won't be able to explain this timing logically, because it wasn't born from logic. It was born from alignment. What you're about to witness is what it looks like when your endurance collides with divine timing. When heaven sees that you didn't just want the blessing, you were also ready for the responsibility. And now, the doors that were once sealed are swinging open with momentum. The kind of momentum that brings more than you thought to expect. Yes, the blessing is coming. But so is its overflow. That overflow will surprise you. It's going to look like multiple blessings packed into one. One open door that leads to 5 more. One connection that unlocks several opportunities. One yes that carries exponential impact. This is the kind of movement that only God could orchestrate, where everything accelerates without stress, where you don't have to force what's already flowing, where peace becomes your confirmation. Even your physical space will begin to respond to what's arriving. You'll feel the urge to declutter, not just your home, but your energy. You'll sense when to say no without guilt. You'll feel when it's time to rest, not because you're tired, but because you're full. You'll start recognizing the divine rhythm around you. Conversations will carry deeper meaning. Ideas will spark faster. Solutions will flow where there was once confusion. That's how you'll know the extra isn't just material. It's also spiritual, mental, and emotional. It's not just about receiving more. It's about becoming more. This season is shaping you for divine maturity, where you no longer react in fear, but respond in wisdom, where you no longer beg for clarity, but walk in inner knowing, where you're no longer desperate for proof, but anchored in divine assurance. This is the level you've been waiting for. And the extra that's coming is proof that you didn't wait in vain. There will be whispers trying to make you question this moment, voices that say it's too good to be true, doubts that creep in through old wounds. But don't entertain them. God is not just blessing you for what you did right. He's elevating you because He already saw who you would become on the other side of the pain. And now, you are living in that version of yourself.